Okay, let's start this again. Hi, so in this video today, what I'm going to be telling you is how I was able to grow my YouTube channel watch time from 1.7 to 4,000 in less than 30 days while I only grew by 20 subscribers. I think subscribers are good, but people focus too much on hitting that 1,000 subscriber without necessarily paying attention to their watch time, because as much as it's great to have subscribers on your channel, you want people that are actually watching and appreciating your videos if you're putting the time into it. So I'm going to be talking today about some steps and techniques I used in under 30 days to grow from 1.7 to 4,000. I actually hit 4,000 today. So this worked for me over the last 30 days. I have to sustain it over the next 30 days to become a YouTube partner and continue to grow, but I'll share some of the techniques that I used. So first of all, a bit about my channel. So I started my channel in 2009, and in 2010 I moved to South Korea to teach English for 3 years. And so during that 3-year time I was traveling to Korea, Japan, Taiwan, China, places like that. I was uploading random videos and putting them on there. Some of them did good, some of them not. But again, there was no strategy or any management behind it. So I have a back catalog that is sitting there, but it was never managed. But okay, during that time frame, some of them got to 3,000 views, some of them 5,000, and the most popular ones, one is at 22,000 and one is at 50,000. So there's that. So when I left South Korea in 2013, you'll see on my channel there's a 2-year gap from 2013 to 2015 where I didn't post anything. And then I was still traveling, and then from 2015 onwards, I was traveling and just posting random videos here and there. Again, no strategy or thought behind it. I would just, put things on YouTube. If people like them, fine. If not, fine. So then this year, what happened is, part of when I research my travels is I'll watch other YouTube vlogs. And I guess in the past few months, I've been watching so much of them, and I thought to myself, well, why haven't I been doing this since 2010? I've got like this back catalog there. I've been to over 70 countries. I lived in Asia for 3 years. I was teaching overseas. I've been to 11 Soviet republics. So where is all of this? I mean, I do have my blog. I mean, my blog was my primary focus. So if you look in my links, I do have my blog from 2010 with everything documented in there. But I should have been supplementing it with, or I'm going to be supplementing it now going forward with YouTube. And another motivation for me is sometimes I watch these other YouTube channels. They have like 100,000 subscribers, they have 10,000 views, but I'm sorry, the videos are not that great. And I've been to some of these places. They're disappointing in terms of some of the things that I saw and experienced there. They're just, wandering around or drinking coffee or whatever. So I think I have something to contribute there. So what I did this year, when I went to Georgia, Armenia, Azerbaijan back in April, it's now the end of August. So I made vlogs and I put them up there, and I thought, yeah, great, I'm going to get 10,000 views on vlogging now. So over 3 months, they got on average 20 views each, so I don't think they were that bad, that they deserve to get 20 views, but part of it is the strategy behind it. Like, I've been learning a lot of this now, like watching, similar videos like this about how to get 1,000 subscribers and how to double your channel and things like that. So some of the things that I did on my own and from learning on those videos is, okay, I never used to use thumbnails. YouTube gives you the 3 suggested thumbnails. I would just pick the best of them and, fine. So I started making my own thumbnails. So it went through a couple of incarnations. The first one wasn't that great. The second, third incarnations, some of the old ones used to have this banner of pictures across the bottom. And that's, I think, a bit confusing, like, what are you talking about? So I got rid of those banners on them. So more just a picture of me and where I am. And the other thing is, I don't want my face all over the internet. So anything prior to this year, you will never see my face. But unfortunately, if you want to be a YouTuber, you have to have a facial presence because people want to identify with this person. So reluctantly, I have to start putting my face on my thumbnails and in front of these videos. Like, I wasn't comfortable doing that. I don't want to be that guy on the subway, everyone's looking at him, are you that guy from YouTube? Like, no. So I'm a private person, but if you want to go to the YouTube channel, that's something we're gonna have to do. Okay, so I changed my thumbnails. The other thing, okay, so these videos from Georgia, Armenia. Armenia has a huge diaspora population, so I thought these videos would have taken off, but they're not. So what I started doing is I started changing my tags in my videos and using it in the local language. So if you don't know how to type in the local language, Google Translate will do this. And the advantage with me is I can read French, I can read German, I can read Korean, I can read Arabic, so I know if Google is doing a good job or not. So I started tagging my videos in alternate languages. So the Armenian videos I put in Armenian. Also, who is going to visit Armenia? So it's a border country with Georgia and Turkey. Ignore the politics with Turkey, but just go with that. So I started tagging them in Georgian and in Turkish as well. It was also an ex-Soviet Union republic, so they speak Russian as well. So I started tagging them in Russian. The same with the videos for Georgia. Okay, so people from Armenia are going to visit there, people from Russia are going to visit there. And who are the other large language groups that like to travel? German people like to travel, Japanese people like to travel, Korean people like to travel. So I started tagging these other languages as well. I was telling my friend today that I'm tagging my videos in Japanese and she was laughing at me. So that's actually not funny, because if you look in my if I look in my analytics, you can't. But one of the top 5 countries that are viewing my videos is Japan. So it makes sense for me to be tagging these videos in Japanese. The same with the videos for Azerbaijan. Okay, so Azerbaijan is next to Iran, so people from Iran are going to visit there. Azerbaijan is a Turkish-speaking country, so I tag them in Turkish. Middle Eastern Arabic people like to visit there, so I tag them in Arabic. Again, and then in German, Japanese, Russian, so all the language groups again. So what I noticed when I did that is some of those videos started moving. Like, I can go into my analytics, I can clearly see when I changed my thumbnail and I started tagging them in Russian and these other languages, they started, not all of them, but certain videos started moving. The most popular ones are my sleeper train videos. So the one where I went from Armenia to Georgia or from Georgia to Azerbaijan. So those are the 2 videos that are moving. The other thing that I started using is end screens. So, at the end of the video, it will pop up 2 videos as suggested videos. Click on this one, click on this one. So I never paid attention to that. I never used them. And I have this huge back catalog from 2010 where I could have been using end screens. So what end screens will do is someone who's watched your video, it will drive them into another video on your channel. So it keeps them on your channel. So again, if I had these drivers in Azerbaijan and Georgia, those sleeper trains, so I started putting up end screens for other videos for Georgia and Azerbaijan, and it's pulled some traffic into my other videos. My channel now has a 5% end screen click rate. That means 5% of people that watch my videos will click on the end screen to watch another video. Some of my videos are as high as 10%, so it depends on them. The other one is, okay, so I went to Inner Mongolia in 2011, and I have no idea why, but those are my most popular videos. They're at 50,000, 22,000, the top 2 videos. So again, using them as drivers and leveraging them. So if my Azerbaijan videos are not getting views, but when I went to the Muslim quarter in Inner Mongolia, those are getting views. So leverage them to use end screens to suggest what this audience will be interested in. Maybe they'll be interested in this or in this thing. Again, like other language groups I use, some of these videos from Asia. Who travels in Asia aside from Japanese, Korean? Okay, so Indonesian, Malaysian. Okay, so that sort of picks up a little bit of traffic as well. Then this year I went on in July. I went on another trip to Newfoundland, Canada, St Pierre and Miquelon, which is an island which belongs to France, and then Halifax, Nova Scotia. So again, Newfoundland has a big diaspora population across Canada. I thought, okay, these videos are going to do really well. They got 20 views. Okay, and then we're stuck again. Okay, so what is going on? So part of it is when you upload your video, if you don't market them properly, YouTube buries them. So some of it is your title. So when I upload them, before I upload them, okay, I search titles that I'm thinking of and see what is showing up. And then the other thing is when you type something in your search bar, it will pre-populate. So these are suggested titles of things you should be using that people are looking for. So after I upload my video, then I search my video to see where are they showing up. Are they showing up on page 1 or are they showing up on page 12? Okay, if they're showing up on page anything other than page 1, that means my title isn't good for populating them in searches, so I have to play with my title so they show up higher in searches. So that was one thing I was doing. The other thing was the Newfoundland videos are kind of in the middle. What I didn't realize, I thought, okay, St Pierre and Miquelon, these are little islands that are next to Canada that belong to France. You need your passport to go there. It's not part of Canada, it's not Quebec, it's the territory of France. So I thought, nobody knows who these islands are, these aren't going to get any views. Surprisingly, those are my most popular videos from that trip, because Newfoundland is saturated with videos, Nova Scotia is saturated with videos. St Pierre and Miquelon, I guess people don't go there because it's difficult to get to. The only way is in and out from Canada, from Newfoundland. So those videos are taking off. So my ferry from Newfoundland to St Pierre, I made a video of that. That is now the second most popular video on my channel. If you look at the number of views, it's only got 400 views to date, but if you look at in terms of how it's performing with these other videos, it's competing with those videos from Inner Mongolia from 2011 that have 50,000 views. So in terms of how it's performing on a daily basis, it's competing with those two for the number one. They keep going up and down. So sometimes Inner Mongolia will be number one, sometimes the St Pierre Ferry will be number one. So again, with the end screens, if I know that's a driver from that set of videos from St Pierre and Miquelon, then I added the end screens to drive them into other videos from St Pierre and Miquelon, and it's working. Like those ones have a higher end screen click rate of driving them into other videos, and those Newfoundland videos are performing. Another thing I did is I noticed on some other channels they have on their homepage they have different I guess playlists made up, and I was thinking like, why do I want to do that? But then that's a way of, I was watching a video I think yesterday, she called it binge watching, I forget what her name is, but she's a popular YouTuber. So what that does is it keeps people, if you've got a library, like in my case I have this back library from 2011, I went to Japan 3 times, I went to China 3 times, I was living in Korea for 3 years, I went twice to Taiwan, so there's enough volume there that I can make up these playlists. And then again, like if you tag them in the local languages, in Japanese, in Korean, and who else is going to visit? Okay, so Malaysia, Indonesia, those are large language groups nearby. German people like to travel, Russian people like to travel. Okay, if it works, it works, So, I mean, I haven't heard people suggesting that about using multiple languages, but it might be working, I don't know. So, you need to get more than 20 views. Oh, the other thing I forgot to say, in terms of this 4,000 watch hours, I should have said this at the start. Okay, so if you divide that by 30 days, and then you divide it again by 24 hours, so that is an average of 6 minutes per hour. So you need people to be watching your channel for 6 minutes per hour, or about 150 minutes per day. Okay, so that's just rough math, don't start quoting me on that. But okay, if you have enough volume and you're uploading stuff, can you generate 6 minutes per hour? Today's been a pretty good day. I've just reached the 4,000 mark, and yeah, so that's really what you have to be aiming for, like not these subscribers, people that write in the comments, 1 like equals 1 subscribe, or like, subscribe to me and I will subscribe back. Okay, if anyone writes that in my comments, I will delete them. Okay, I'm sorry, but that is not a way to grow your channel. These are not legitimate people that are going to watch your videos. You want people that actually appreciate the stuff that you're putting out, and you want to build your audience. And this 1 like equals 1 subscribe, that's not going to build an audience, because are these people actually watching your channel? I'd rather build my own audience up. Another suggestion somebody mentioned in one of their videos is in the playlist, if you know somebody has a very popular video on the same topic, to put them in your playlist, because that will pull people into your channel. Like I am not doing that. I want to monitor my own development. I don't want to just steal from other, it's not stealing, but like, pulling people from someone else's channel. So I'm not doing that. I want to organically grow it on my own. What else can I suggest? Okay, so tags, thumbnails, end screens, multiple languages. What else? I guess, like, again, like, if you notice, you have to go into analytics. I'm not good at putting the screens up, but if you notice certain videos are getting a lot of traffic, like, again, like when I went to Cyprus and I went from, there's a border in Nicosia, so you walk from the Greek side to the Turkish side and you show your passport and you go through. Things like that, random videos that are getting a lot of traffic. Start using them as drivers and put on end screens to drive people into other videos. So, sorry. So this strategy, I've been doing it, and I was at 1.7 in the beginning, and I noticed it started going up, every day by 0.1. It went, 1.7, 1.8, 1.9, and every day I thought, okay, I peaked, tomorrow it's going to go down. The next day, it went up again by 0.1. I thought, okay, I peaked, tomorrow will go down. So during this entire period, I have never peaked. Like every day, it keeps consistently going up by 0.1, 0.1, 0.1 to the point now that I've reached 4,000. And have I peaked yet? I don't know, because it's we'll see. Like if it keeps going up, and then you need to sustain that video there for 30 days. So again, like for playing with your back library, putting up new videos. During this time, I was also putting up new videos. From my trips to Newfoundland, St Pierre, Miquelon, and Nova Scotia. So it's a combination of both things, like putting up new videos and playing with your back library and getting that to generate more traffic as well. And the combined two of them, it was helping to push them up. Something YouTube will do is on day one, it will put your video, if you've titled it good and you've put a good description and thumbnail and everything, it will put it on the first page of searches. But then by day 2, day 3, if it's not performing well, because it wants to promote new content, but it wants content that does well, so it will drop them off. So you might have to go back and play with your titles again to get them to move up again. My video for the ferry to St Pierre and Miquelon is now actually number 2 in some of the searches, depending on how you search it. And it's competing with, I guess there's CTV News, so TV channels that posted videos where they have like 300,000 views, like it's actually showing up number 2 in competition with them. So that's actually good. So I just have to replicate that on more of my videos. So I think I've covered most of what I've done. There are a lot of other videos about how to grow your subscribers and stuff, but I think, what you need to focus on is your watch time. I've only grown by 20 subscribers, but I went from 1.7 to 4,000 by doing these techniques, and we'll see how much I grow. So again, if you like this video, do not subscribe, okay? Because that's not what my channel is about. But at least, like it and leave it a comment so that it shows up in searches. If you're interested in travel, my channel is not just travel. I do biking as well. And I've gone to some different, music concerts as well, such as Eurovision or Melody Festivalen or the Asia Song Contest. So there's a mix of travel, overseas biking and music. So if you're interested in that, then check out the other videos on my channel and, subscribe to my channel. Anyway, if you have other comments, suggestions, tips, I think that's what the YouTube community does. We all share them with each other. And hopefully this gets more than 20 views. We shall see. But again, I guess, that's just what I have to share. And if I have any more insight, I'll share that again on this channel. So those of you that have stayed here, thanks a lot for watching. Remember, the end screens are coming now. So remember to look at my end screens. And again, let's just help each other out, and hopefully we can grow our channels and build our audience. And mostly people watch your videos. That's the most important thing. Thank you.